How's everybody doing? This is Johnny Contra. Welcome to the Johnny Contra podcast. And we got Dave Martinez over here, and we got Tom Degerlia over here. And I'll let them introduce themselves, actually. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm Dave Martinez, a local musician, guitar player for Chaos Theory and Phantasmagasm, a couple other really good bands. I have a lot of experience in this town and the region playing shows. I guess that's about all I got.
This town being Denver, Colorado. We're coming to you live from the Alley Studios in Denver, Colorado. Tom?
I am Tom Degerlia. I'm an AI researcher and general rocker.
And a music lover.
Yep.
Very good. Well, let's do our memorabilia of the day. I got my Accept shirt on. This is one of the baddest shirts right here. And on the back, it's got the twin. I'll turn around for
There you go.
Let's show
It's badass.
It's got the twin Flying V's on the back. Wolf Hoffman played Flying V.
Cool.
And Wolf Hoffman's lead guitar player, been an original member of Accept for the whole iteration of the band, the entire catalog. And I caught his guitar pick one time. So this is the guitar pick from, he played, they had played at Gothic Theater in Denver, Colorado, and they played the song Balls to the Wall, and I caught the guitar pick. He threw it right at me. Yeah.
Kicks ass.
So Accept's one of the best metal bands ever. They do similar to Iron Maiden in a lot of ways. The bass player Peter Baltes is a big, he's like Steve Harris, Iron Maiden, is Peter Baltes to Accept. He kind of runs the band, and he's his bass is in the mix. It's prolific and it's powerful in the mix. And so, and then they have a twin guitar attack. And then they have a great singer, maybe not quite as good as Bruce Dickinson, but pretty damn good, recognizable, Udo Dirkschneider. Now they have a different one named, what's the new one's name? Oh, God, he's going to kill me. But Mark Latore, yeah, that's right, his name. And so Mark Tornillo, sorry, Mark. And so they're still killing it, and Udo does his own thing now. But they're just legendary bands. So check them out. They started, I'm trying to think when they started. I was in high school, so it was in the 80s for sure. But my buddy Eric Kanzilius, he lived in Sweden. He has a house in Sweden. And so he flew back to Sweden when he was probably sophomore year. And he came back with the Restless and Wild album. And it had not been released in America yet. So, shit. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna remember that trick. So anyway, so we were listening to Restless and Wild, which is one of the best metal albums. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. And nobody else had ever heard it in the United States because he brought it back in his suitcase. And so we felt so special and important, and we were blown away. The Fast as a Shark is the title, or not the title track, but it's track one, first song on side A of the record. And it starts off with like a German or a Swedish kind of, and then all of a sudden it goes, like you scratch the record, and it goes, ah, it's one of the heaviest riffs, and it's fast as a shark, and it's fantastic. When they played in Rainbow Music Hall in the 80s in Denver, Colorado, my buddy slept out for 3 nights. It was in the parking lot. And then people walk. It's kind of on Monaco Devils.
There's like a Kmart there.
A little shopping center area.
I remember that.
So people were walking by it, and they're like, "What are you guys doing, dude?" We're like, "Well, we're waiting for the concert." When is it? It's Tuesday. It's Sunday, dude.
But back in the good old days when you could wait out for tickets all night, ended up with front row center somehow.
Well, yeah, Rainbow was general admission, so that's true.
Yeah.
And then the guys from Accept actually drove by to see who these crazy fuckers were sleeping out for them. And my buddies jumped in the car, followed him to the hotel, got out, and they were like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they took pictures with him and hung out.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So they got. I'm gonna have to track down some of those photos. But then I came in the day of the show. I came and joined them, and we had good tickets. We had good seats.
That's awesome.
For sure. So that's memorabilia of the day. And then the topic of the day is lyrics, strange lyrics, weird lyrics, nonsensical lyrics. It's like the Beatles, I Am the Walrus.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're a walrus, bro? How high were they when they thought they were a walrus?
Yeah, I got it.
I think of...
I don't know, I used to like that one, but...
Yeah, that's
weird.
Good stuff.
Fairies wear boots.
Well, fairies wear boots, that's a good one. Yeah, what does that mean? Fairies.
I always wonder about that.
They were
What those
tripping.
songs mean?
You talking about gay guys, or are you talking about like,
It was LSD, I'm pretty sure.
like little fairies that are
True.
like on Pinocchio? What's the name of the fairy on Pinocchio?
man.
Tinkerbell. So
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell is like Tinkerbell did not wear boots. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what's going on with the fairies wear boots, but that's a hell of a song. Fairies wear boots, and you gotta believe me. I tell you no lies. I saw it. I tell you no lies. Fairies wear boots, and you gotta believe me. Yeah. What? What are you talking about? But you'll be at the concert. Fairies wear boots. It's going along like it makes perfect sense.
Oh man, what are we really singing here?
We're not sure actually. I think of Led Zeppelin. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's
Right.
just a spring clean for the May Queen. Okay. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
what's that?
Yes, there are 2 paths you can go by. Then it goes right back into something that makes total sense. There's 2 paths you can go by in the long run. Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna keep doing that. All right. I like
That's
it.
pretty funny.
There's a bar in New York City where you sit down and one of the bar stools goes down like an inch every hour. You're sitting there drinking, and after a couple of hours,
You're on the floor.
You're looking up at your buddy's like, "What the hell?"
You're on the floor after that one, yeah. Oh, no. Or walk into a club. Sometimes this happened to me one time. You walk into a club wearing shorts and flip flops and this and that, and then you walk out. It's a full on blizzard. I'm like, how long were we in there, man? I mean, really? Like,
That's good
a
stuff.
week.
yeah.
I didn't think it was that long. Shit. What do you guys got? You got some good lyrics? Nonsensical
man.
lyrics for us?
I like songs that mislead you. Sometimes when you hear a song like say sex type thing from Stone Temple Pilots, people got all mad at them for what they were talking against it. Women getting victimized like that and all that. Like I just like songs that just mislead people, stuff like that. Where you don't know exactly. Just like what you were just saying. It's like, what the hell is
Well, there's the one by Black Sabbath. There's off the Master Reality album. He said, "Would you like to see the Pope dead on the rope? Do you think he's a fool?" But it's actually praising. And then later in the song, he says, "I've seen the truth. I've seen the way. It's changed my life." And so he's talking about it's kind of
That was a very
pro-Christian.
Christian song, right?
Christian song, but if you hear the one lyric, the one couplet, you're going to think it's Black Sabbath's a devil worshiping band.
Do you have any songs that you thought were that's what the words really were? You come to find out later it was something totally else. You were singing the wrong words.
All
Of course.
Yeah.
All the ones I thought I knew.
What was the one? There was a couple of famous ones. Of course, Jimi Hendrix is the most famous for that. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. But I didn't know he was gay. No, he's not gay, bro. He's kissing the sky because he's so
kissing a
fucked up.
fly.
He's so fucked up. He's kissing the sky. See,
I used to think
I
in
see.
the Ozzy Osbourne song that one time he was like, "Fill your victims full of dread." I used to think he said bread, and I for years
He's
I was
giving
like,
them money?
why would you put bread in your victims? Or
Well, he's giving him Wonder Bread, or he's giving him money.
I don't know. But for years
used
I
to-
sang it like that.
Back in the 70s, they called money bread. Hey, man, you got any bread? You love me some bread?
I used to think
say that,
Steve
dude.
Miller, big old jam at a lighthouse. I used to think,
Yeah.
or that's what I thought it said, big old jet airplane. I had the words totally wrong. I'm
Yeah.
like, for years I sang it like that.
Well, there's also some tricky ones where, if you pretend you know the lyrics to Pink Floyd, they say black, 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 black. And you're like, and white, white. No, and blue, blue, blue. You're like, oh, they tricked you. If you're pretending you know the lyrics, you're going to look like a fool on that one. Let's see, what's that song? And in the end, it's Us and Them. It's Us and Them. Yeah, off the Dark Side of the Moon album. It's another good one.
Badass album.
But there's one of the best ones of all time is We All Live in a Yellow Submarine.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I'm pretty sure of in all my 57 years of life is that we don't all live in a yellow submarine, dude. I hate to break it to you, Ringo, but we
Yeah.
really just don't.
I think Ringo's doing pretty good though now, right?
Ringo's not bad.
He's doing all
Lives
right.
on.
There was an article, in, I was reading a music article the other day. I was talking about this drummer is like, he's giving drum lessons. This guy just started making fun of Ringo Starr. He's like, "Oh yeah, buddy," and he had him play a couple of Ringo tunes and Beatles tunes all the way through. And he's like, "Not as easy as it seems, is it?" And he picked a couple of ones, and the guys looked pretty stupid at the end. So it's I tell you what, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So what else we got, guys?
Octopus's Garden.
Octopus's
Speaking of
Garden. Yeah, but you can do Beatles all damn day.
Yeah, I know, I was
Yeah,
just gonna
it's
say
kind of a
crazy.
compliment.
An Octopus's Garden in the shade. Does he say in the shade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. We got continuing
yeah,
with the
we love
Beatles.
it. We love it though. I mean, it's just amazing.
More Beatles is Tangerine Dreams and Marmalade Skies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, girl with kaleidoscope eyes.
Man, those guys were
They were
They
tripping.
were high.
they were high.
One of the best ever is it was actually written by Bruce Springsteen, Blinded by the Light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.
Yeah.
Nobody ever knew what he was talking about, but it's
We
a
changed
deuce.
the words to that singer song, right?
I thought it was a douchant.
What was the singer song we changed the words? Running from the wind or running
Oh,
from
yeah.
running from the bitch or something like that. I think it was like, but if you change all those words to that, it makes so much sense after that.
I can't think what it was.
I can't remember. It's like
Against
something
the
along
bitch.
Against the
Just
fighting against the bitch. Yeah.
Now
But I'm
you're
I'm still running. Yeah.
still running.
And you got the
It all makes sense now.
background singers.
It all done. Oh yeah, background. There's a great documentary called 20 Feet from Stardom about the background singers, and there's a couple of them that just, I mean, some of the best singers ever, but they just weren't the spotlight. Either they weren't the spotlight person, or the record company already decided who the star was.
Yeah, there was Garfunkel.
Right.
There was John Oates.
Yeah, that's
There
true
was,
too. That's true too.
there's a bunch of
There's Mary Wilson, who's staying with "Sympathy for the Devil" with the Stones. She sang on, I believe it's Us and Them for Pink Floyd, and all those great ones. But basically, she worked for Phil Spector. And in those days, he pay these backup musicians a daily wage, and then he got rights to everything they did. So he owned her voice. And so one day she says in this documentary, she's driving down the street and the Shondells come on with a song, and it's her voice. They dubbed her voice in and called it the Shondells. She's like, that's my freaking voice. She didn't make a dime off it.
Wow.
And it was, it was a hit on the radio. So back then, if you had a hit on the radio and there's only a few stations out there, you're making some money. So, or somebody's making some money, not necessarily the
somebody.
artist.
Yeah, somebody's making. There you go.
Not necessarily
music's
the
making
artist,
money.
but yeah. So Barry Wilson's just amazing, and I think the Stone, God, they say how much they paid him. The Stones paid her, and Pink Floyd paid her, and it's like, I mean, it's like $100 or something like that.
Oh man, it takes
It's outstanding work.
And Dark Side of the Moon sold 63 million copies. So you make like $3 a copy. That's not a small payday there. Even if you make $1 a copy. So they say the best-selling album of all time changes between 3 albums depending on that day's record sales because they're so close. And it's Back in Black, and it's what else is there? It's Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Okay, there it is.
And it's what was the one I was just talking about? It's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Those are the 3 that changed by the day
They're neck and neck.
because people still buy them. Is what's crazy about
That's
them.
crazy.
But yeah, so but Barry Wilson doesn't get any of that money, that Pink Floyd money. But so
And is it different now with albums not really like being albums anymore? Like, do they even make CDs anymore, or is it all like online stuff? Or
good point.
I mean, how
Sell
does
CDs?
the band make music now other than their own
Some for novelty
merchandise?
purposes.
How do you buy? You like a band? You supposedly
You
they
buy
have a
a
new
download.
album or whatever.
Or
album.
you
What if it is an album?
How do you get it?
you belong to Spotify, and then they run commercials and they pay the artist per
I hate that.
per track, per song,
So
per download. But I don't think it's very much.
it can't be, or it has to be like so many hits on it or whatever it is.
Yeah,
to
I'm not
make
100%
the
sure how they
advertising
do it.
prices
But,
go up, or that's how they do it.
but
Then, you know.
I know they're trying to, like we were talking about at the AI podcast we did, about how they're dismissing some of these artists. The few artists that do make tons of money, they're saying, okay, you're good. We don't need you anymore. And then they say to AI, write a song in that person's style.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man.
And then they put that song on, which is outrageous. But we covered that a couple weeks ago. It's still, we're still trying to figure that one out. It changes day by day how prevalent it's going to be.
They do that with the artists.
Well, you get your industry standard. Back in the day, it was like you sign a record contract, you get back 10% of the profit after profits.
Right, after you pay off your advance.
And then after that, it's like 10%. And like after you recoup whatever, all this and that, you don't get a really big piece of it, really. So you have to sell a lot.
You sell your
of
likeness and your
albums,
style and all
or
kinds of shit.
tapes or whatever it is.
Well, it used to be, I think Steve Miller, they said, is like the first guy to talk about royalties and negotiate his contract like where they're like, dang it, this guy actually wants some of the money. Forget that. They used to just throw them a big advance, and these guys were poor, and they were high as kites, and they said, here's some drugs, and here's a $5,000. And sign here. And then they signed here, and they didn't own any of it. They didn't get any royalties, or they didn't get. I remember Tony Iommi once said, "We didn't even know what a royalty was." You know?
Well, you know what? There's some people, some bands like we'll just talk about the Stones. The reason why they stayed big forever and they've been around forever because their accountant is Mick Jagger.
Right.
So he made sure they didn't get ripped off all along the way. You know, you have these horror stories like Willie Nelson, people like that got robbed blind. But that's why the Rolling Stones are still the Rolling Stones. Probably why they're alive, I can't say.
Well,
but
That's because of that money.
All of a
That's
sudden,
right. They got botanicals.
Much respect for those guys. And
they toured last summer at Mile Stadium.
London School of Economics.
I sneaked in for a song at the end.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I'm paying a lot of money for this concert, but
you don't need to sit that close, really. You can sit in the nosebleeds.
The stage presentation was absolutely incredible. It was wild, man. It was wild stuff. But I just I wasn't gonna. I don't know. Not the biggest Stones fan, and you've seen so many concerts. It's like sometimes it's a game time decision. I'm driving around. Do I feel like going or not? Maybe not. We're kind of close. Let's go. So
I wouldn't turn down the Stones.
They weren't letting me in though. Usually, if I go there late, I'm like, hey, can I sneak in, watch the last bit of it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead.
I saw the Who once when they came to town, and me and this girlfriend, first we were just horsing around, flirting, this and that, finding a place to park. By the time we get into the concert, we had pretty good seats for it. We get down, we finally get to our seats, and the song was over about half. They played half.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. It was over so early. We look at each other, and we were laughing our ass off. And all these people that were sitting around us go, "You guys are fucking assholes." Or shit. I'm like,
hey man.
Well, hey, we saw him though.
I get there when I get there.
I've done that before.
It was like at 7:30 or 8 or something.
That's the reason I go see a band 20 times, because sometimes you'll be late, sometimes you get in a fight with your girlfriend, sometimes you're drunk, drunk, sometimes your car gets towed, sometimes sorry, honey. Sometimes you never know what's going to happen. So, You
ever try to go to a concert like totally sober?
Yes, I went to that Judas Priest concert and the Deep Purple I was telling you about.
Okay.
I went totally sober to that one.
Went to see
it was a little weird.
Halen and Alice in Chains. I went totally sober on purpose, and I remember everything about the concert. Everything. I'm like, man.
Isn't that amazing?
So it's
What's amazing is how much I remember about concerts where I know for a fact I was 10 sheets to the wind. What's that idiom? How many sheets to the wind is it? 7 sheets to the wind? 10 sheets to the wind? Or do you just make up the number when you say it?
Right.
I don't know.
3.
I think it's 6 ways to Sunday because there's 7 days in the week.
Right,
so 6 ways to Sunday. But how many sheets to the wind are you?
10 sheets. I think it's 10.
I'm sticking with 3.
Sheets to the wind? Yeah.
Well, sheets to the wind?
You know what they're talking about, right? Sheets to the wind? Why it's called sheets to the wind?
I do not.
Because the sails are like a sheet.
Oh, yeah.
How many sheets, how many sails
we
you
had
got?
a whole lot of sails.
It would be more than...
You're probably more than that. Yeah, some of those boats have a...
That's another one of those ones. When you're on the wagon and then when you're off the wagon.
Off the wagon, good point.
So
that's a whole other podcast.
Did you get
idioms and...
okay, right. Sorry.
It's saying, no, we're going to do it. We can still talk about it now, but it's I'm going to do an entire podcast dedicated to that.
To the wagon.
To the
oddball
statements.
Where'd that come from?
Idioms and...
where'd that come from? There's history behind every...
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it and we're going to say, well, if you don't know the answer, then let's see if we can figure it out without looking it up first.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's biblical, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, or I don't know my ass from that person doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
Where'd that come from?
My grandfather used to say that. Or he used to say this other one. It was like really funny. He would say, I don't know whether to shit or go blind. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So he had some really whopper ones that were like,
we got to start making up our own ones.
Doesn't know your ass from a hole in the ground.
That guy's playing guitar like a braying monkey. Wait, what?
If you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, that's bad.
That's not good at all.
Yeah, that's pretty
not
bad.
good at all. I've always liked suit yourself,
Yep.
So knock yourself out.
There's a million of them.
So where knock yourself out
I always say that somebody should write a book about that.
Well, we're going to do a podcast about it. I'm telling you what.
All right, that's good. That's something I could get amped up for sure.
That's right. That's good shit. We got to start We're going to write those down. That
It's like you can call it. That's what they say. They always say that. That's what they say. Like,
they? Who's they? Exactly.
I think it might be experience. Maybe people that have been around for a while. And
with the new pronouns, they's just one person.
That's right. A girl.
This dude named Fred. He lives up in Westminster.
Yeah. Saying hi.
You know what they say? What do you say? No, they.
They. Oh, that's what they say.
We'll probably steer clear of that one. But if there's two things I know, number one, we don't all live in the Yellow Submarine. Number two, it's not okay to change your parts. I don't care what anybody says. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not. So anyway, so we got
Us old school.
Blinded by the Light. We didn't finish that one up. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look that one up too. I have to look up the words are so crazy. That one. A little hurly burly. Came by in a skirly whirly or something and asked me if I needed a ride. Well, part of the phone.
Not a douching, huh?
Part of the lyrics, he says, we tripped the merry-go-round. And so merry-go-round was some popular acid, LSD back then. So that's partially why I think the lyrics are so nonsensical. But I'm looking them up
Yeah,
right
at least
now.
a few of the ones we listed were LSD related.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right about that. Okay. I'm thinking about, what about the Stones? Shadow Bay. Shattered, shattered. What does Shadow Bay mean?
Yeah, what is that?
What the hell does Shadow Bay? Where did you come up with that one, dude? It's brilliant, though. All right, let's see if we can get the lyrics here. What's the coughing things about tonight? Let's see here.
It's contagious.
See if I can read it here. Madman drummer, bummers. Let's see here. He says, but she was, let's see, revved up like a deuce. Another runner in the night. So it's a car. Is it a car or a motorcycle? Revved up like a deuce. It was said wrapped up like a douche is what everybody thought it was.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Obviously.
Some silicone sister with a manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. She said, I'll turn you on, Sonny, to something good. Play with the funky beat, the funky break. The go-kart Mozart was checking out the, the go-kart Mozart was checking out the, let's see here. Checking out the weather chart to see if it's safe outside. And little Early Pearly came by in the curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. No, wait, what?
The curly whirly.
How high were you, buddy?
Oh, man.
But that's Bruce Springsteen. I didn't know he was he rolled like that. But then it was made popular, made famous by the Manfred Man and the Earth Band. But that's funny stuff, dude.
Really?
That is funny stuff. I gotta see that one again, dude. Little early whirly. That's ridiculous, dude. What in God's name is he talking about? I want to know if anybody knows. If anybody knows, leave a
It
comment.
could be like one of those things where people get writer's block sometimes, and you just have to make it fit. 'Cause
Right.
I had a singer one time that would say it was just gibberish what he was saying.
Yeah.
But it sounded good though, and so it got us to the next part of the song. You know,
I
whatever.
was almost thinking, I had these rules for writing a great song once, and I was like, yeah, throw in a line that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, you can rewrite
Yeah,
that.
just to throw people.
Or add to the mystery.
I think that people kind of make up their own meaning to it, whatever you might say, and it kind of makes it more special for them in a way. Like they identify with the song.
Sure.
Because, you know, they
'Cause you
don't know
left it
exactly
vague.
what you're saying, but they said it. So it makes them.
Well,
kinda,
Shadow Bay,
you know-
dude. Everybody remembers Shadow Bay.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff right there. That's good stuff. All right, now can't find the damn line. That was just crazy stuff. Let's see what else has got in this one. Dethrone the dictaphone, hit it as funny bone. That's when they expect, at least. And some Newtown chaperone standing in the corner watching the young girls dance. And some fresh moonstone was messing with the frozen zone.
Lou Reed.
Remind me of some romance. Remind him of
man.
romance. Okay.
I'm kind of jealous.
The Calliope crashed to the ground.
Wish I could get that high. I
The
mean,
Calliope crashed to the ground. Huh? I don't know. What's a
Lou Reed, he got
Calliope?
some weird.
The Calliope?
It's
It's a musical instrument, right? Why did it crash to the ground? Maybe they were really like Pete Townsend smashing guitars.
Yeah,
Maybe
people love that.
The Calliope player was crazy, man.
people love that when you do that. Actually,
he crashes to the ground every night at the concert, dude. You'll love it.
you got to find some
my
old piece
God.
of shit guitar, put some nice pickups in it, and the last song of the night, you just smash the shit
Destroy
out
it
that
every
fucking thing. People, you will go down like in history for that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. You know?
So you Indians in the summer with a teenage diplomat revved up. Let's see here. An adolescent Let's see. Can you read that?
As the adolescent pumps his way into his hat. That's what it says.
Revved up, pumps way up into his way into his hat. Okay, unbelievable.
Whatever the fuck that even means.
I tripped the merry-go-round, revved up like a deuce.
It's even in parentheses like that helps.
With the unpleasant sneezing and wheezing, the calliope crashed to the ground, revved up like a deuce on the runner of the night. I like it. And throws in the towel.
Calliope like a pipe organ kind of thing.
And throws his lover in the sand, revved up like a deuce. Okay, let's see here. And some
Juice.
some
22.
some bloodshot forget-me-nots, said daddies within earshot. Save the buckshot, turn up the band.
In parentheses.
I love it. Told me I got what it takes. Okay, here it is. I'll turn you on, son, into something strong. But she got down and she never got tired. She got to make it through the night. That's good stuff. But I still want to find the burly whirly.
Nobody
I can't
bothered
believe
asking,
that
hey,
one.
what's that about anyways? Nobody,
That's right. Nobody even asked
knows.
him. Oh, it made perfect sense to me when I heard it. If everyone in the bar on Contra was that high, maybe they did understand it.
Maybe that is what it is. You
You
have
know?
to get to
It
that
makes perfect
point.
sense.
That's
then
right.
Then you understand, maybe.
Makes perfect
So
sense.
Fresh Stone Moonstone was messing with the Frozen Zone. Remind him of romance.
All the Frozen
That's
Zone, yeah.
good stuff.
Frozen Zone.
Okay, I gotta look
No,
at
it's
it.
a
Mama
yogurt
always
place.
told me. Oh, that's right. Mama always told me not to look at the eyes of the sun. But Mama, that's where the fun is.
That one wins I think that one wins the grand.
It wins, doesn't it?
I have
For
to say-
Nonsensical, for sure.
I still gotta find this one.
Now
again.
we need to go listen to this again.
Well, we do.
Maybe we'll understand
See,
it
it's-
better.
a little early Pearly came by in his curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. Early Pearly.
Curly Whirly.
Oh, I remember that dude, Early Pearly. Yeah.
That's a good name for a
With the
band,
curly
maybe. That's a good name for a band, maybe Curly Whirly.
Curly Whirly.
That ain't bad.
I'll never forget old Early
heard-
Pearly.
I've heard
Curly
worse.
Whirly.
I've heard worse, man.
That's good stuff. Well, let's see. Don't think about some other ones. Octopus's Guard. The Beatles they have it covered, man. There's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Right,
Where
right.
did they come up with that?
Helter Skelter, man. Really. Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter. Good point. That's good. That's, oh, man. God, those guys were incredible. All the iterations they went through. But yeah, this the Walrus and I am the Walrus. How? What? What are you talking about? I'm looking up those lyrics.
That's a good
right
question,
now.
maybe to throw out to people. Like, what do
Ween
you
was a
think it
band
was
of
about?
What do you think it was
Mostly
about?
weird
Leave a comment, please.
That would be nice.
I am the Walrus. I'm looking up those lyrics.
Cuckoo, could you?
So now, David, your band, who
yeah.
wrote the lyrics?
Well, we kind of combined about topics and stuff. I had some lyrics, but mainly Villano came up with a lot of the lyrics, and
Yeah.
I just came up with the music, and I told him how I felt when I maybe wrote this song.
Yeah.
It should be about...
Give him a little direction.
Give him
and then he
direction
takes
to
off.
it, and then after that, he
the
was
cuss words.
boom,
Okay.
take right off.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And how'd you come upon? Was it just mostly life experiences you wrote about, or what?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is life experiences. I like those kind of songs. I told him when we first got together, I don't like songs that will be like so against the government, too political, or
Right,
too
right,
against
right,
racism.
right.
I go, let's just make songs about driving fast, go down the highway, and boobs, I guess, or whatever,
What are these boobs gonna
about
do?
going through
Jiggle?
life, about either you feel persecuted, maybe, I
Important
guess,
things.
whatever. But I didn't want to make it too political of a band. I wanted it to be more of a fun band and about coming to grips with yourself, I guess.
Well, Chaos Theory is a hell of a name for a band. That's a great name.
Yeah. We lucked out with
Great
that
name.
one in a way, and I gotta say, it was actually Kenny James, the drummer, that he was going to college at the time, and this happened before the Jurassic Park movie, which everybody thought we got our name from that movie, but we didn't. It was he came up with it because it was some mathematical type of thing he was taking in college, and I was like, I just loved it right away. I was like, yep,
That's a great name.
that's the name
Absolutely.
of the band, man. I go,
That was a good name.
because it did make sense, though. I mean, there was like four guys that really you would ever even think to even talk to each other at all, because we were all so different in our own way, and it just magically somehow it just worked. And
Yeah, it
then-
did work. It
Yeah.
did work. I see you guys get back together.
Well, we do here and then. You know what? To be honest, we're better than we
reunion.
were, now than we were then.
All right.
We're just a little uglier, is all I think, probably.
I don't know about that.
Well, you know what I mean.
All right, let's check out I am the Walrus. I am he as you are me as we are all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun. See how they fly. I'm crying. Pigs from a gun? I don't know, pigs coming out. Sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the the van to come. Congratulations. Corporation T-shirt, Stupid Bloody Tuesday. Man, you've been a naughty boy. You let your face grow long. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Goo Goo Gachoob. Where did Goo Goo Gachoob come from?
Somebody must know.
Goog apostrophe JOOB. That's a nice use of the apostrophe there.
That's very specific. It's very
Very
specific.
specific.
Don't get that wrong.
Let's see. Mr. City Policeman sitting pretty, little policeman in a row. See how they fly like Lucy in the sky. See how they run. I'm crying. Why is he crying? Yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye. Yellow mustard custard dripping from a dead dog's eye. Oh my gosh! Crab a locker, fishwife, pornographic priestess. Boy, you've been a naughty girl. You let your knickers down. That's naughty. That is naughty. I'm the Eggman. They're the Eggman. I'm the Walrus. Cuckoo Choob. I don't understand. Sitting in an English garden. Sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. If the sun don't come, you get a tan from the standing in the English ram. Okay, the English rain. Sorry.
Oh no.
Cuckoo Choob. That's legendary stuff.
Good tube.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Texpert. They didn't do texting back then, did they?
Expert.
Choking smokers. Don't you think the Joker laughs at you? See how they smile like pigs in the sky? See how they smiled.
I had no,
I'm
you know what?
crying.
I had no idea it said that.
Good tube.
Surmaline Glitchhard climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Elementary penguin singing Hare Krishna. Man, you should have seen them kicking Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, cheap shot of Edgar Allan Poe out of nowhere. Quoth the walrus. Nevermore. I have the Eggman Cuckoo Chew. Here they are, the Beatles. Okay, wow. That's incredible.
I think
That was fucked up.
I think we may have a new number one. I don't know what the fuck that
Yeah,
is.
Pretty fucked
that's up there with a little early pearly in the whirly girly.
I kind of almost get that, but that one I have no idea what he's talking about now.
Very good.
I'm
Well,
gonna have to go listen to that.
well, we're gonna wrap it up for today. That's the Johnny Contra podcast, and we're gonna take it out with Dave's gonna play a little guitar for us to send us off.
All right.
And on behalf of Tom and Dave Martinez, and
I'll play a
I'm
little
Johnny
bit
Contra.
of what started Chaos Theory. I wrote the first song for this this band, and I think it was Freak. So.
Okay.
Nobody knows where that chord is, by the way. Freak out! You know, that kind of thing.
Beautiful. That's a little Primacy-like, but I think that was before Primus.
yeah, believe it
I think you
was.
wrote that song before
Oh,
Primus.
badass. Oh,
Make sure
badass.
everybody rock
Right, guys.
on, leave comments, and we'll see you at the next one.
Right on.
Over and out.
Johnny,